Going live. Woo! Yes! We are live, baby. What is going on? How y'all doing? Welcome back to another episode of Live Timber. We are on day 26. And as you can see, I did not come alone today. I got my man, the poet, in here. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's happening, everybody? You have to forgive any internet issues right now. It's kind of out of my hands.
No doubt, no doubt. That's all right. We'll listen to the voice and we'll go from there. But we're gonna start on time tonight. We're gonna end on time because right after this live stream, my man Terry Warfield is doing a stream with Gerald Undone, and I am not missing that. And they are starting at 8 o'clock Central exactly. So we're gonna be here for 1 hour exactly. Then I'm sending all y'all over to watch Terry and Gerald do their thing because that's gonna be must-see TV. But we are here right now to talk about my 1 week with the Fold 2, the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And as you can see, my man the poet also. Oh, you got a case, you lucky SOB. Oh man. Oh man, you really doing it big. But that's right. We are talking about the Galaxy Z Fold 2 here. I don't know if this is gonna take an hour, but between me and him, we should be able to. Oh, your connection like live and up, nice. There we go. But yeah. So about this Fold 2, the moment you hold it in your hand, this, to me anyway, in my opinion, this is the most premium device I've ever held in my life. Garrett, how do you feel about when you hold this device in your hand? How does it make you feel?
Well, you know what? First, let me pull a Max Weinbeck and like hold up a couple of phones at once, right?
Flex him. He's flexing already.
You know, I got the little tiny one in the middle. We got the Note 10 Plus 5G here.
Look at him flex. Look at him flex, John.
You know, just all kinds of different sizes, right?
Flex is real.
And so you know how much I rave about the Note 10 Plus 5G, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I just finished filming actually processing a YouTube video talking about how much I love that phone and my experience going to this one, and then some of the interesting things that I did with this phone with Samsung. Once I picked up this phone, once I unboxed it, I entirely forgot I had a Note 10 Plus 5G. Woo! It just disappeared from reality, like it never existed. And literally for days, it's been collecting dust. You know, I picked it up every now and then just to do some additional like B-roll filming of this device. But man, let's start with the overall quality build of this. It's so impressive. Like this is the highest quality phone I've ever held. I mean, the most expensive one too, but just the build quality is spectacular. And I mean, what are your feelings about that? Like just when you first touched it.
When I took it out of the box, man, I was like, whoa! You could feel the heft, the density. It just felt like you're holding $2,000. I mean, yeah. Obviously, I mean the price is is up there, but it literally feels like you're holding $2,000 in your hand with this phone. I mean, you can literally knock somebody out with the build quality of this phone. How good it is! You can literally use it as a weapon. It's that good. It feels good. My God. And then when you're unfolding and folding the hinge is just like airtight and built like Fort Knox. I mean, it doesn't just fold right out. You got to put some force behind it to fold it out because of the hinge and how good that mechanism is. The hinge is ridiculous. And then, oh my God.
It's that satisfying, like, you just made me mad. Oh,
right. Yes.
I can close my phone now.
Woo! Seriously, snap. Oh, yeah.
And then just the quality of the front display screen, because I need to talk about this. And I think I'm one of the more unique ones where I'm about efficiency. So I'm using the front screen for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google News, texting, obviously phone calls. So I'm using the front screen like 75% of the time. And then when I'm ready to like dive in deeper, so say Google News, I saw something interesting, then I'll open it up and then it's in a whole immersive world. Like seriously, like I'm into it at that point. When I'm looking at like YouTube, my subscriptions, screen is closed. I'm looking to see what I want to watch. When I see something, then I open it up and boom, full screen. And I actually hold it like this. So the camera part is down because then the speakers are up top.
Right. Yes.
So like, that's just so convenient. And then when you put it, well, let's see here, when you put it down somewhere like this and it folds down and you set it down on your desk, speakers are still up top. These are like tablet quality speakers, basically.
The speakers are booming. They are very, very good.
I was at the Americana in Glendale yesterday to do stuff watch my YouTube video. It's going to be live in about an hour. But I was actually in the park area, you know, and they have like circles spray painted in the grass. So everybody has social distancing going on. I'm having like my little hot dog and my drink. I set this down in the grass like this. And so I'm watching YouTube videos on the front display. It's loud, like louder than everybody talking around me, louder than like the ambient music that they're playing, you know, whatever. And I'm just having a ball, just enjoying it. And then there was something that I really wanted to see close up. I just picked it up, opened it up. I mean, full screen YouTube videos, spectacular, absolutely spectacular.
I'm kind of the opposite of you though. I use the screen more open because I love how big this display is and how this allows me to view like maximum content. I mean, when I'm on the gram, when you're on the gram, I mean, you got the gram is it's full screen Instagram. Now, it doesn't come. Instagram is one of the apps that is not really optimized to take advantage of the full display. So you have to download an app called Good Lock on Samsung. But once you download Good Lock, it unlocks the full potential of this phone too, and it is amazing. But this full screen, oh man, viewing the content with this full screen is next level.
I've been using Good Lock for years now, and like it just like unlocks incredible potential for this phone. And even like stuff like this, you know, actually let me get it off of this. Just doing like split screen stuff, like I love it, you know. So you can just like kind of see more on the screen at one time. Having Instagram, Twitter, and like YouTube all on the same screen at the same time is just efficient, because sometimes I'm watching a YouTube video and then I want to scroll through Twitter. And, you know, Instagram lately, you know, people post once every couple of days. So you kind of scroll through that really quickly and you're done. So it's just convenient, like just less clicks, you know, it's just all on the screen.
So one of the best things about this phone.
I like Vegeta, by the way.
Oh, you already know. Vegeta, the principal Saiyan.
Oh yeah.
When you open the phone and you use it unfolded, you are working with a 120 hertz quad HD at the same time, baby. This ain't no Note 20 type stuff. You get quad HD and 120 at the same time on this phone. And bro, Terrence, I didn't know, Terrence. I now understand why the tech nerds are going hard about the 120 hertz display. It literally makes the phone feel luxury. Now, is it a must-have feature? Not really, but when you use a display with 120 hertz, it feels like you're using luxury. You went from like a Ford to a Lincoln. You went from a Toyota to a Lexus. I mean, 120 hertz, I mean, it really enhances your experience of using the phone. The phone just feels faster. Apps open and close faster. You scroll faster. Everything is just instant, buttery smooth. I mean, the transitions. I mean, a 120 hertz on this phone is amazing, and it makes this phone that much more a joy to use. Now, obviously, when you close it up, you're dealing with a 60 hertz display, which I don't really notice the difference that much. But again, when you like,
I don't think you notice the difference too much on the smaller screen, because it is a smaller screen.
Right.
So, you know, on a larger screen, that's why like these big screens, like it's nicer to have like 144 hertz and 260 hertz, all that stuff. But, you know, when you have a larger screen like this and you're scrolling, you notice that scroll, you know, and being able to see text, because I read a lot of news too. So reading all that news is so helpful to me. Scrolling Excel spreadsheets, so very helpful at 120 hertz for me. Like even my monitors here, 144 hertz monitors, and I noticed the huge difference going from 60 hertz monitors just on my day-to-day work. So when you have it on a cell phone where you're constantly scrolling, it's clutch, definitely clutch.
This is a next generation device. Like, this is not an ordinary smartphone. I know people that are saying that they're going to stick with their Note 20s or Note 10s over this one and things like that. I had the Note 20 Ultra, and I was missing it until I got this device. Once I got this device in my hands and started using this device on a regular basis, I no longer care about not having my Note 20 Ultra. My Note 20 Ultra just stay wherever it's at. I don't know where it's at, but it can stay wherever it's at. I'll rock it with this phone. Because this phone to its next level.
It's taste and preferences, definitely. Like, so let me take the case off, because you know me with the shininess, right? For the Note 10 Plus 5G. So I'm trading this in, you know, because I'm just not going to use it anymore. Period. And I noticed the difference in just like the wideness of it, and I'm showing the back because I got all kinds of notifications. It's so wide now compared to what I'm used to. I quickly got used to the narrowness of this, and it's usable narrowness, right? So it is a difference, right? It really is a difference. So just my thumb reaching across, like it's so easy just for the thumb to reach across the screen. So the only obvious issue is trying to get my thumb all the way up top. But
Right,
I have a nice little trick of just like the phone just kind of slides on my hand and then I'm scrolling from the top, whatever.
There you go.
So that just became second nature, just like that. But yeah, I was like team captain of Note 10 Plus 5G, right? Like Samsung even like put me in a TV commercial because I was raving about the 5G speeds of this phone, you know? And so literally once I picked this up, unboxed it, I was just like, this is why I actually waited. I didn't get the Fold 1 because from like my experience with it, the quality wasn't there right away. Just opening this up, you're like, this is it. And so it's hard for people to justify $2,000. Yeah, I understand that it's not for everybody, but if you're an enthusiast and you hold onto a phone for at least a year, this is a way to go.
There is nothing coming out in the next year that's going to touch the Fold 2 into the Fold 3. Not an iPhone 12, not an iPhone 13, not an S21. Nothing is touching the phone until the Fold 3 comes out. Okay, this phone is at the top of the food chain for the next year, dude. You put out a Fold 2, you're at the top of the food chain for at least a year, man. This thing is absolutely amazing, dude. My God.
And I think the only thing that they would do to really make me want to upgrade in less than a year is if they include a stylus for the Fold 3.
If they were to include a stylus with it, it would literally, like I said on Twitter, it'd be game over for everybody. Yeah. Everybody, just game over. But I can't rave enough about this phone. Like you said, I don't know if I can tell somebody to go out and spend $2,000 on it because this is not for everybody. When I first got the phone, I was kind of leery of leaving the house with it. That completely went away. I mean, I use the phone so much, it goes everywhere I go. If I leave the house, it leaves the house with me. And I don't even have a case yet, but this thing goes everywhere with me just because it's just so useful and it's such a joy to use. I can't really imagine leaving this phone behind. But obviously, you have to be cautious about how you're using it and where you're putting it. But still, I don't really have any anxiety to take it out the house anymore.
You know, one thing that I started doing before I put my phone in my pocket, I do this.
I don't even do it. I do a pat down.
No, I want all the lint out of my pocket.
Right. I don't want any lint.
Yeah,
I don't put it in any pockets that might have lint. I just try to avoid that because we know that it's not gonna go. That's one of the things that you have to understand. This phone is not dust resistant. It's not water resistant. So you don't want to put it in anything with lint. You don't want to put it in the pocket if you have like keys or something else in the pocket. You don't want to do that.
Because where's the damn camera? Because this little edge right here, they have it covered up nicely, but you know, lint, dust will eventually find a way. If you have this phone for a year or two, I'm sure it's going to find a way to get underneath the screen somehow.
Dust and lint find ways everywhere. It doesn't matter how close up your phone is. It's going to get in there at some point if you're not careful. So can't do it, man. Can't do it. So I got a whole ethno, like I got a page and a half of notes to talk about.
Okay.
I got all these notes to talk about. Yeah. Your boy took a lot of notes.
There we go. And I got a lot to say. And like I said, I just finished doing my first impressions video and something with the Samsung Experience Store. So definitely check that out after the stream. But I had some interesting thoughts in that video as well. And there's just so much more to learn with this phone. Like as I'm getting more and more into it, I'm like, oh, I could probably do this now. And now, like, I don't regret selling my iPad Pro. Like I would never use it now. Period.
I'm gonna talk about that next. But Mike Castle Life, he said, gentlemen, you've almost convinced me to get a Galaxy Z Fold. I travel constantly and overseas as well, so wondering how the GSM bandwidth is. I don't know about GSM, but I can tell you the LTE on here is next level. Like, but then again, all Samsung phones have amazing LTE. I get LTE in places I normally can't get LTE with this phone because of whatever Samsung and Qualcomm are doing. They are killing it with the LTE. So the LTE is top notch.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the modem in the Samsung phones.
This is one of the best modems on the market, period, because Qualcomm is killing it every time. So you mentioned getting rid of your iPad Pro. Now, I don't know if I will ever get rid of mine because I love mine so much, but using this device have made me use my iPad less. I've noticed that checking my YouTube analytics or going to browsing and using the full desktop site, I can do all of that on this phone with no problem. I think Nancy Lab posted a photo on Twitter earlier today of him doing some of his back-end YouTube stuff on this Fold too. It is that good. It is that competent. It's snappy and fast. like I said, once you click to request desktop site, you get the full desktop version of the browser on this phone.
It looks nice.
And it looks nice.
It looks nice.
Yes, and it's readable. It's not like all small and squishy. It's everything is big. It's readable. It's legit. Like this phone, this will literally change the way you use smartphones. It's that good. This is amazing.
Yep. And I use Edge Chromium on this. So I'm not really using Google Chrome all that much anymore. Edge Chromium seems to be better with battery life for laptops, and so I'm wondering if it's better for cell phones as well. So
I use Chrome. I use Chrome on everything. So I mean, I'm a Chrome guy, but I mean, whatever browser you use, it's gonna look amazing on this phone, no doubt about it.
Definitely.
So it's not all peaches and roses though. One of the things that kind of annoys me with the phone is that since it's so wide, it's kind of hard to hold. Like depending on how you like, especially like trying to hold it with one hand, it's kind of hard to hold.
Yeah, depends on who you are.
Yeah. Actually, let me take that back. It's kind of hard to hold it while you're typing. Now I'm using the regular Samsung keyboard with the split keyboard, which is a little bit easier. I know some people have been using Gboard. I tried to use Gboard, but I just didn't. I like using Samsung keyboard better because I have my preferences and remember my emojis and things like that. So I stick with Samsung. But it's kind of hard to like hold it like and type and things like that. So that's a little difficult, because it's so wide. It's like it's not natural. So it kind of makes your hand cramp depending on how long you hold it. So you got to be mindful of that. The other thing I like is that since I don't have a case, this glass back is a little fingerprinty and it makes the phone a little slippery sometimes and things like that.
So this is Gboard. So this is how I have my Gboard set up, and I like Gboard more because the voice dictation is a lot more accurate than the Samsung voice dictation. So I'll say 90% of the time I'm just talking to the phone, and only when I need to make corrections, like if I want a capital letter here, or if I said some weird word and it didn't understand me, then I'll use the keyboard. But this Gboard is spectacular for voice dictation. The Samsung voice dictation is absolutely trash. So
I believe it.
It just is. It takes forever to even like recognize anything. This is the way to go. Just open it up, voice dictation. When I close it, same thing, voice dictation. Now, I do type on the front screen because one, I'm used to typing on this little Palm phone too.
Wow. Woo. Wow.
So yeah, the Palm phone is an interesting way of offsetting this. So this is big. You know this is in your pocket. If I'm going jogging, I'm bringing the Palm phone with me, right? If I'm going to the beach, I'm probably just going to bring the Palm phone with me.
Right,
the sandy area, right? So this is a companion phone too. So when this rings, this rings. When this has a text message, this has a text message. So they're joined together. And this is only $10 a month. So nice and easy.
So Tech Level Mom says she's regretting her Note 20 Ultra. Listen, the Note 20 Ultra is a great device. I mean, I love that device.
Yeah, great device.
Once you use one of these, it kind of makes the Note 20 Ultra go away. But I mean, you got people out there that prefer the Note 20 Ultra over it, and that's cool. But I mean, like I said, once you use this for a while, it's crazy. The other thing I don't really like about this is the fingerprint sensor on the power button over here. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but especially when you have it closed, it's kind of hard to like put your finger on it and locate it a little bit. It's a little bit easier when it's open, but I mean, don't get me wrong, the fingerprint sensor works like 95% success rate.
Fast too.
It's fast and it works well, but
it's almost too fast. Like if I actually like rub my finger on it, I'm like, oh, but I didn't mean to do that. But all right.
I mean, look at that. Like, look where it is. Like, look how small it is. Like, dude,
having a case helps a little bit because then you know exactly where it is.
Okay.
You know?
I don't have a case, so I don't have that luxury. But if you don't have a case, it's hard to locate it. But once you locate it, it's okay. Like Terrence said, it works fast. It has about a 95% success rate for me, so I don't really have a problem with that. But like when you have it closed, especially, it's just kind of hard to like put your finger exactly on it precisely to get it open. So it takes like a try or two. But other than that, it works. It's good, man. It's amazing.
So typically, I'm holding it like this, one-handed, and so if I need to unlock something, then my thumb is right there. But if I'm holding it like this, then that's a little more awkward because then I'm kind of like reaching down on my pointer to get my pointer, so I have my thumb and my pointer both registered. I didn't even bother to register any of my left hand fingers because that's just never going to happen. Yep.
So the other cool thing about this phone is that it's funny because back in the day we used to call the Note phone phablets, but they weren't really phablets; they were just bigger phones. But this is an actual true phablet because you got the whole part right here. But when you open it up, bam! Then you got the tablet. So this is an actual phablet, man. This phone is legit. It literally morphed into a different experience. Like you got the cover display, which is very usable. Obviously, it's a lot more usable than the original phone. But this is, I mean, it's not the most ideal thing to type on, but you can do it if you have to. But once you open it up, you get a completely different experience. So it's almost like two phones in one. You get the experience when it's closed, and then when you open it up, you get a completely different experience when you have it opened up. So this is a true fabric right here, for real.
And I think because of the way I use this phone, using the front screen 75% of the time, if not more, my battery life is amazing. Because you have all this big battery just for a smaller screen and 60 hertz screen. And like I said, when I actually find something that I want to get into, then I open it up and I'm fully immersed. And it's 120 hertz at that time, full, quad HD. But I do challenge people, if you do have this, try using the front screen a bit more often for just common, easy things, for Twitter, for Instagram. Just those things that if it's skinny, it doesn't matter, because Twitter, you can read as much as you want. Instagram, I mean, who really cares? Text messages, Twitter,
look at perfect. Look, so we got right now, we're on the, what are you doing? Get back. All right, so right now, we got Twitter, and then you open it up, boom! Oh my goodness! Oh man! Yo, no other phone is doing that right now. I'm telling you, no other phone out is doing that. You got Twitter on the cover display, and then bam, open it up to the big boy. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love it. Legit, even TikTok is awesome on the front screen too, because the videos are more narrow. You can see everything and just
no doubt.
Yeah, definitely love it.
This phone is a media consumption beast. Like, I watch all my YouTube videos on here. I consume all my Twitter on here and things like that. It's just so much easier. I answer my YouTube comments on here. It's just so much easier to do things on this bigger display. And man, ooh, and like Terrence said earlier, the speakers are booming. So you can you don't even have to put earbuds in. You can just use the phone speakers to watch whatever you want to watch.
You know what? You just made me realize something. I haven't casted anything from this phone to my TV when I used to do it on, for YouTube on my Note 10 all the time. Mm-hmm. I would see a YouTube video. I'm like, oh, let me just watch it on TV. I haven't done that once yet on this. I've just been watching all my YouTube videos on this.
Seriously, me too, man. There's no need to cag when you're using this thing. this, I think I made a comment about a couple of weeks ago, or a week or so ago. This is the IMAX of smartphones. Like, when you go to IMAX movies, you get that big theater display, you got the big booming sound.
When we can go to the theaters. Yeah.
The big display, the big sound. Well, this is the IMAX of smartphones. You get one of these, your smartphone turns into an IMAX experience. This is that shit, man. It's crazy. It's an experience, man. Wait, digital display, you put your SIM back into the Note 20? Really? Wow. So he's not using his phone, I guess. Okay, that's
okay. Yeah, there's I think was it Technically T? He did a video, and he went back to. Did he go back to the Note 20? I think it was the Note 20.
Yeah, he actually returned his Fold 2. Yeah, he returned.
Yeah, he returned his Fold 2. So it is taste and preferences. It's Apple versus iPhone, big phone versus small phones. It's all taste and preferences. But I don't think anybody can argue about the quality of this phone. It doesn't fit your life. That's the question. Can you afford it? That's another question.
Yep.
But the quality, it's there. There's no question about it.
Dude. There's a reason why I call this Bruce Wayne, because this phone is that good. It's so good I have to name it Bruce Wayne. It's just that good.
Did I tell you what I called mine?
It was Stargate.
Stargate. Because it takes you to another world.
It really does. I like that. It does. Oh man, but yeah, this is Bruce Wayne right here, man. Whoo, this phone is too much. Let's see what else I got in my notes here. I got a whole page of those like crazy. Okay, so let's talk about the versatility that it gives you with the camera. So obviously you can open up the camera, and you got this big old viewfinder here. Yep. But if you flex it out, you got flex mode, and then you can use the cover display. Actually, you can use the cover display, so you can take cameras with the rear, or you can take a selfie with the rear camera and things like that. And I got the cover. I mean, come on, man. Come on. And what other phone to give you that type of flexibility? What other phone?
One thing I am going to try, I think either later tonight or tomorrow, because I'm going to start doing some water cooling videos, and I want to set up the camera like this to do the tracking. So when I'm kind of moving around, the camera follows you around as well.
Yep.
And so I'm really interested in that, because with water cooling, you're kind of walking around the PC, and it'll be like having a cameraman, or a camera person, I should say, right there. I'm really interested in that. So I'm just hoping that it keeps with the autofocus and everything. So that'll be a real life experience for me. And then for the selfies, you can open it like this and then have you know, the
Yep.
image of yourself right here. So using
Yep.
the main camera as your selfie camera.
Yep.
And I do see the difference. So when you're just taking a selfie from the front camera, it's good. But
when
you're
use the
doing
rear camera,
main camera versus the selfie, it's a night and day difference. So I tend to just hold it like this to take my selfies now.
I do too. Like, and even though this phone does not have the same camera tech as the Note 20 Ultra, the pictures are amazing. Like that, the pictures are high quality. It's not like you can change with this phone. They're crisp. They're Samsung. I mean, they're amazing. They're amazing pictures, definitely. And you get the triple lens setup. You get the wide, ultra wide, and the telephoto. So you get all the same things as the big boy phones. The lenses are just not as good, but still.
Yeah, literally nothing to complain about with the cameras. Like, and it's an upgrade for me from the Note 10 Plus. So
absolutely.
Yep,
absolutely.
So
Cameras are A1. So you get a premium folding experience with premium cameras, premium display quality. Oh, this is true. I mean, I have not.
We've been raving about the phone though. So like, what would you say? What's something you can nitpick about the phone?
Well, like I said earlier, like like I try not to type on it and things like that. Sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable as far as like holding it and things like that because of the width. Although I don't know if you could change it. And the other thing I can nitpick about, but I don't think you can really do too much with it, is I wish the cover display was a little bit wider. It's a little bit too narrow. I wish it was a little bit wider. If it was wider, that'd be kind of it. Really almost be like having like a note on the outside and then a photo on the inside.
Yeah.
But if it was a little bit wider, I would like that. But then if it was wider, that means at the end of the display we wider too. So
exactly.
I mean, I don't know how you could do that and still maintain the experience that you get now. But yeah, I wish the cover display was a little bit wider. But there's not too much I can nitpick. I mean, the things that I can say bad about it, I would literally be nitpicking because the phone is just that good.
Mm-hmm. I took the screen protector off.
Oh, which one? Both of them or the inner one?
Yeah, both.
Oh, I'm not even messing with that. I'm not doing that. You are brave man.
All I can say is watch my YouTube video. That'll be live in like 34 minutes.
So you took the
I showed that experience.
See, I don't have a case. So I don't want to take off either of the screen protector just because I'm laying it like face down sometimes. So I don't want to have the actual screen like making contact with whatever surface I'm laying it on. I got it. I'm leaving them all for now, but yeah.
The leather one from Samsung and Verizon. This is actually really nice and comfortable. So like I'm comfortable like putting this down really nicely. It's expensive though. From Verizon, it's only like $65, but Samsung it's $80. So but I felt it worth it to pay a lot more for I guess half of the case because it's only half, rather than having no case at all, and then like in a week or two still having no case. Because I think the earliest one I saw was like middle of October that would kind of come out for a case that I wanted. I'll put it that way.
I mean, I ordered both of them from Verizon like over 2 weeks ago, and I still have no movement on them. I don't know what the hell Verizon's doing. Apparently, they're not set to ship until October 3rd, so that's kind of lame. Yeah, we received your order and it's still in process, and I ordered this back on the 8th of September. Like, come on, dude, what are y'all doing, Verizon?
Okay.
Yeah, I ordered both of those cases from Verizon. I ordered the one that you have, and I ordered the carbon fiber airman with the kickstand too. I
saw a number of kickstand cases on Amazon. Some would like not even ship till November though. So
yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. I need a case now. We got time for all that.
Yep.
So the other thing that I guess I can nitpick about is the fact that some of the apps aren't optimized. So if you use Instagram out of the box, you get those black bars on either side because it doesn't take up the full screen. Although, like I said, if you download Good Lock, you can make those apps go full screen. But a techie will know that, but the average consumer is probably not going to know that. Oh, I can make these apps do what I want with Good Lock. So that's a nitpick.
Yeah. Most people don't know anything about Good Lock.
Right.
Good Lock is it's an OG program, and it has its issues. Every time there's like a operating system update, it breaks basically, and then you have to wait for Good Lock to get updated and all that stuff. So after my second year or so using Good Lock, I stopped for a little while just because I got tired of it breaking when there was an update to Android. I was just like, all right, screw it. But the benefits of using it with this is great. So I installed it right away. Ethnic said, does that void the warranty? I guess he's talking about the taking the screen protector off. Samsung actually says that they prefer consumers to let Samsung reps take off the screen protector.
Right. So, but even if you do, it does not void. It
doesn't void your warranty. Yeah, but they actually have a special tool that they use to take it off, though. Mm-hmm. So watch my video. That's all I gotta say.
Mark wants to know, do we have Samsung Care Plus protection? I don't have Samsung Care Plus, but I do have insurance through my carrier. So
yeah, I get it through Verizon.
Yeah, I have to do Verizon too. So.
Did you sign up for all those like perks being a Fold 2 member?
No, are you talking about the D Premier?
I signed up for some of the perks today. It's a long list of stuff. Like you get a Michelin star dinner, right?
Yep.
You get the Founders Club card access. That's $400 per year. You get the first year free. You get like a golf resort, free pass to a golf resort, like all kinds of like expensive benefits for being a Fold 2 owner. So make sure
most of those perks are membership. So you said you might get the first month or first year free.
No, first year free. Whole year is free. Sign up. Okay. And then mark your calendar to cancel before the renewal.
Right, exactly. That's the most important part. Mark that calendar, man. Everybody time.
Yeah. Like that Founders Club card is like, I think it's $399 a year. Obviously the golf resort one, I mean, that's just the free pass. The Michelin dinner thing, that's a free pass. And there's a lot more too. So yeah, Samsung is like, okay, these people, they're dropping $2,000 on our phone. Let's give them some nice extra perks, not just here's a phone case, or here's some earbuds. Like, no, these are thousands of dollars basically of perks that they're giving for free.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about Samsung that I've always loved about them. They are not afraid to give their customers perks for buying their products. Apple, I've never seen Apple give customers a perk for anything. Except for last year when they gave away Apple TV Plus for free, but that was more for Apple than anybody else. But yeah. Samsung is always giving perks every year that you pre-order. You get like instant credit, or you get like $50, $100 in Samsung credit, whatever. But yeah, Samsung has always been one to give their customers incentives to buy their devices, unlike other companies. But yeah, Janosa said you said some are not optimized, but I think I asked yesterday in the apps in general are stable. Yeah, they work. They definitely work. They're just not optimized to take advantage of the large display, but they definitely work. I mean, I haven't had an issue with any app on here. All the apps work the way they are supposed to, so that's cool.
Yeah. The only app I wish was a little bit more optimized, and it probably won't happen, is TikTok. So if you're looking at a TikTok on the front screen and then open it up, it refreshes the app. Mm-hmm. So whatever you're looking at when you open it up is gone. But I mean, it's TikTok, whatever.
TK with the super chat. What's up, TK? Said loving my Fold. No 20 exploded. Let's hope the Fold lasts. Yeah, I have not had a chance to watch your video yet, but I thought the title, that's kind of crazy that your Note 20 exploded. I don't know how that happened, but man, it did explode. We got a problem, bro. My phone too bad to explode, man. So I guess that would be the other thing I would have to nitpick, but it would be a real nitpick: the battery life. Obviously, you have a screen this big, 7.6 inches, 120 hertz Quad HD. The battery life isn't the best, but it's not bad. It just could be better, in my opinion. But I guess for what you're doing on this big display and how much it has to power, I guess in actuality, the battery life is actually pretty good. I mean, this is not a little tiny device. This is a 7.6 inch display when it's opened up. So the battery, I can probably get 10, 12 hours.
I'm getting a lot. So yesterday, I think I posted on Twitter some of my battery usage, but I think I had like a 8+ hours screen on time. And I ended the day with like 56%, I think. But the way I use my phone is, obviously I'm working from home, so I'm on the phone and then I set it down on my wireless charger. When I'm driving in my car mount is a wireless charger. Mm-hmm. I come back home, I set it down, like say at night by the nightstand, it's a wireless charger. So doing all that sporadically through the day ended up at like 56% by like 11 o'clock at night or something like that. So that's just my habit. So I'm going to try to pick a day next week where I'm just not going to set it on the charger and see how well it does. But I mean, I use my phone a lot. So I would say if I didn't charge it at all, and I was looking at the graph and it wasn't like big charge spikes because it's only a 25 watt charger as well. Like the Note, I'm going to miss the 45 watt charging speeds of the Note 10. I mean, that was beautiful. So I'm hoping that the Fold 3 has 45 watt at a minimum because I see the difference. I definitely see the difference. But man, I'm going to try to just not put it on wireless chargers so much next week and just see like the real life battle. Well, I mean, it is real life for me because like I got a wireless charger right here on my desk, set it down, it's charging now and I'm at my computer. Like, why not, type of thing. So that's kind of how I roll, I guess. And
like I said, like we mentioned earlier, me and you use our phone differently because you use the cover display 75% of the time. I'm using the inner display 75% of the time. So of course my battery life is not going to be as good as yours because you're using the cover display. But I mean, like I said, for what I'm doing with the phone, operating it at the 7.6-inch mark, the battery life is actually good. I mean, like I said, for me, I'm a tech nerd. I'm spoiled. I'm used to better battery life, but I have to realize that I have the phone open most of the time. 7.
And you're using it a lot.
Right, and I'm using it a lot. I'm using it damn near nonstop. So the battery life is actually pretty good. So battery life legit. TK said, remember when we thought 4.5 hours on the screen on time was good? Those days are gone, but those days are gone. I need at least 6 to 7. I need at least 6 to 7 before I call it good these days. I can't do it.
I am going to, as long as my schedule permits, I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow. Well, Venice Beach. I'm not going to actually go to the beach. And go to the restaurants and stuff there and test out the 5G speeds and the 5G battery life.
Bro.
So what I do is I have a couple of laptops. So I have the Samsung Galaxy Book S. I'm using the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3 right now for the video feed. So I'm going to take the Surface Laptop 3, which does not have its own LTE connection because the Galaxy Book S does. And while I'm on 5G with this, turn on my hotspot. So I'm broadcasting basically a 5G speed signal to my laptop so that I can then experience all of that. So the hotspot plus the battery drain. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But the Note 10 Plus.
I was in downtown Chicago the other day and I did some 5G testing, you all. I don't know if you can see this, but that's
there you go.
2 gigabits per second, people. 2 gigabits per second. Do y'all know how fast that is? I mean, good God. That means I can download a whole season of a show on Netflix in like literal seconds, dude. That is just bananas.
Yep. And it's Wi-Fi 6. And, I'm a big Wi-Fi 6 person.
Yeah.
So if, and I don't know if anybody could see this, but if you look at the Wi-Fi signal right here,
real quick,
there's a little tiny 6 there.
So
when you're on Wi-Fi 6, the Wi-Fi symbol turns into a Wi-Fi plus 6 there.
Nice.
So that's a nice little, added feel like, oh, yes, I am on Wi-Fi 6.
Nice.
And Wi-Fi 6, you get better speeds, better range, and better battery life, too. So if you have Wi-Fi 5, like 802.11ac at home, and you upgrade to Wi-Fi 6, 802.11ax, that's actually going to improve the battery life of your Fold 2. Yep.
I need to look into getting a Wi-Fi 6 router. For real.
There you go. Yeah, I have a couple of them. I like Asus, the AX6000, the AX3000. I have them on a Wi-Fi AI mesh network. So they're linked together over Wi-Fi, so I can like roam around inside and outside my house, and it's all the same signal. It's not like you're jumping from individual router experience, stuff, and thing like that. Long story short.
Yeah, I'm on 120 hertz all the time, bro. I don't even use 60 hertz no more. I'm on 120 every minute of the day, man. Every minute. It's no going back, baby. It's no going back. Yo, Eric, Easy Computer Solutions, the tech preacher. What's up, bro? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Woo! What's up? I needed to warn it before that 5G flex. Hey, man, I'm just saying. I mean, unfortunately, I can't get that when I'm home, but when I'm downtown at work, I can walk outside and get some serious 5G going on for real. Woo. But yeah, the phone, it's almost the perfect phone. It's literally almost the perfect phone. Almost crazy.
At CES 2020, they had 5G all throughout the convention center.
Oh man,
that was amazing. I was literally video conferencing with my brother while other people could barely send text messages on WhatsApp. Like 5G at a convention is absolutely clutch.
No, I bet, especially like you were there at a good time too, because not everybody has 5G phones. Now, if there was a CES next year, you probably wouldn't be as lucky because a lot more people will have 5G phones by next year. CES.
Yeah. But at least it would have more capacity, so it'd be able to handle that many people much more than 4G can.
No doubt. Definitely. Shout out to my man Gabriel T. Black for the super chat. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate you supporting every day. And yes, people, super chats are open. Again, they are not required, but we are trying to raise money for your boy Viper to avoid some of this crazy tech that's going on in the latter half of 2020. So if anything that you're willing to donate, greatly appreciate it, but don't feel like you're required to, because you're not. We're just having fun talking about the Fold 2. However, what you are required to do in about the next 22 minutes, if we're going to go raid Terry Warfield's stream, him and Gerald Undone are going one-on-one tonight, talking about all things camera. And I don't know how many of you all understand how good that live stream is going to be, but I'm providing the link to it right there in the chat. So go set your reminders. After this stream is over with, we are ending right at 8 o'clock, right at the hour mark. So you can go over there and watch Terry and Gerald do their thing. That is going to be must-see TV. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss that live stream. So there you go. There's the link. Samuel, what up, Samuel V? How you doing, baby? How you doing? I see you, baby. I see you. Showtime, yes, I am on Verizon 5G. That is Verizon 5G. I know it's the multi-millimeter wave, which is not as prevalent. I know the other sub-6 5G is more prevalent across the nation, but when you get in that multi-millimeter wave coverage area, oh boy,
Yep.
oh yo, yeah, you already know, baby. We go. I'm gonna have a case by then. I'm gonna have a case and then some. We are not gonna let anything happen to my Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is on tech.
Don't slip on that ice in Chicago. Jeez.
Ooh, hey. All right, I would say that 5G is more relevant than Wi-Fi 6 right now since it actually offers real world results. Yeah, I mean,
it depends. Like where I live, my Wi-Fi 5 signal doesn't reach my swimming pool in the area where I go have cigars. When I upgraded to Wi-Fi 6, I have full coverage of my pool and where I have cigars.
Yeah, so, and for me, I have a gigabit internet, so I mean, I'm on Wi-Fi, I guess 5 or I don't have 6 or whatever, but if I have Wi-Fi, since I could probably take better advantage of my gigabit internet, so I'm like, I mean, to look into that. Yeah.
So it depends on your environment, definitely.
Since I can't get 5G at home, I can fake it with Wi-Fi 6, so I'm not looking forward to that for real. Woo! But yeah, man, this fold, let me see if I got any more notes, man. This fold 2 is amazing. I love how sturdy the hinge is. Like, it doesn't just flap out like a floppy bird. It takes some muscle to get the hinge open. Like, I love it, man. Great.
Yeah. Once you feel it, you're like, this hinge is going to last a long time. Yeah. A long time. You'll be selling the phone long before you have any worries about the hinge.
Great. And, amazing.
Let's see here. And then there was one other thing that really popped out at me was just the customizability of it in terms of all the options inside of the native settings. So you can really natively customize this phone how you like in terms of simple things like for Android, like just kind of swiping down and having the menu come down instead of having to put your hand all the way up top, where the keyboard is on the screen for how you hold the device. Just simple things like that really makes it a much more pleasurable experience. But I think people need to spend time getting into the menu to really customize things, like even the font sizes, or in terms of the overall size of the grid for the home screen, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So just take some time to just play around with it so that it's actually yours. It's the way you want it. I do wish Gboard would allow me to customize the front screen keyboard separately from the large screen keyboard. So when you're just changing the settings, it actually affects both. And I want the front screen keyboard to be a little bit taller, but when you make it tall on the big screen, then it takes up way too much area. So I'm trying to find like a nice little balance.
So that's the other thing I could probably nitpick is that whatever you make the home screen on the front is not what it is when you unfold the device. It's like two different experiences.
Oh, it's two different experiences. Yeah, two different experiences.
So that kind of sucks. I mean, it's not a big deal because I guess it can kind of work to your advantage depending on how you want to use it when you have it unfolded. But I kind of wish it was the same experience. But whatever you're doing on the cover screen does not, as far as setting up your icons and home screen, does not transfer over to when you unfold it. So that kind of stuff, again, that might actually work to your advantage depending on how you want to use the phone. But I wish it was all seamless, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and I see the reason why they would do it because, one, there's just not enough space to have the same thing. And two, you would definitely use those two different screens differently. So on my main screen, I have those main apps that I do use. So these are the apps that I'll use on the front screen, like Pandora, TuneIn Radio, some pictures, stuff like that, Discord. But then I have other apps when opened up that I definitely will use when it's open. Right. So like YouTube Studio, like I'm going to look at that when it's open. Right. I'm not going to look at YouTube Studio when it's closed. So I understand that. And, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah. But
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
customize it how you like.
You're absolutely right. You're not going to get the gigabit speeds on Wi-Fi. I mean, Wi-Fi doesn't even work that way. But I mean, if I had Wi-Fi in here, I would still get faster speeds than I get now. So I'm like, even if it's not gigabit, I'll still get pretty fast speeds. So not to say that my speeds are slow now because they're not, but I'm always about that fast life. I'm about that fast life. So all right, here's something that we can talk about: the Crease. Does the Crease bother the experience? And the answer for me is no. You only see the crease if you like have it in like direct light or something like that, where it highlights the crease. But if you're looking at it straight on, you don't even know the crease is there. Like the crease just goes away.
The crease literally vanishes.
Literally,
like when you're watching a movie, YouTube video, it's gone. it's just gone. Now, if the screen is off, then yes, you can kind of see the crease because it's black. But once the screen is like, let's see here. Once the screen is on, it's gone. So maybe actually here, let me play a little video for people.
So basically, it depends on what lighting that you're viewing the Fold 2 in, and it also depends on what angle you're viewing it at. Because if you're viewing it at an angle, then you might be able to see the crease. But if you're looking at it straight on, you do not see the crease at all.
Here, let's see here.
Now, see, because of the lighting, you can kind of see it, and it went away.
It's Inception here.
Yeah, it literally just went away. See, it's beautiful. I don't know how Samsung did it, man, but Samsung did it good, man. They did it good.
It vanishes.
Literally.
So,
but yeah, man,
you can kind of feel it if you're moving your hand across, like swiping, obviously, because you'll feel that divot, and then you're like, oh yeah, there's a crease there. So like you actually have to feel it while you're looking at the screen to realize that it's there. And sometimes, and I've actually experienced this a lot last night too, when sometimes I'm like fiddling with the orientation, you know, because sometimes I just want to see something differently, like this, or sometimes I want it like that. Right. And there was, because it's almost a square, I actually was like, which way do I fold it now?
Right.
I wasn't quite sure because I couldn't see the crease, you know? So, and yes, I was a little tired. I mean, this thing will keep you up later at night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's your new toy. Yeah, I've had some later nights than usual.
Me too. I mean, I've been using it in a week and I still haven't been able to put it down. It's just that good.
Yeah.
Honestly, Michael Pepper says you can have your comeback activities on the inside display and your internet activities on the outside. Wow. Woo. All right, little floss. I see you, baby. I see you. All right, Samuel says the creeps in the Fold wouldn't bother me at all. The separation in the Duo screen makes fan content unusable. Yeah, that Duo, that hinge. I shudder when I see it.
Duo is for business.
Yeah,
it's not for multimedia consumption.
No,
you know, yeah. This can be both, because like when I'm using Microsoft Outlook, like I love the split screen aspect. Like I can see all my emails and see the contents of the emails. Basically, the full Office suite is made to really capitalize on this basically as a tablet mode, which I love. I'm an investment advisor by trade, so I'm managing like stock market stuff for clients all day long. So when I'm in my emails and all this stuff, this is really, really nice. And it's that type of feature that made me interested in the Duo at first. But then I'm like, you know what? Stock market closes at 1 p.m. Pacific. Then it's playtime for the rest of the day. That's where this really does both. It's the best of both worlds. So I love it. Plus, the Duo doesn't have NFC. It doesn't have wireless charging. Doesn't have Wi-Fi 6. Doesn't have what was it? It doesn't have 5G either. Like no, there's so many like no's. That it's just not happening. Not happening.
Oh man, that's rough. That's rough.
Yes. Yeah. Brutally honest.
So Ethna says, do you find the screen much less grippy after you remove the protector?
A night and day experience. Yes, it is so much better. It's like with the screen protector on, it feels okay. You're touching a screen protector, right? A soft screen protector, and it gets smudgy. You see the fingerprints and all that stuff. Once you remove that, it's like soft glass. It is such a much nicer experience with the screen protector off. Yes, I have no protection now. I'm willing to deal with that for the experience, that tactile experience, and the picture quality got even better, much better. Yes, the very first video I looked at, I was like, ooh, like that was my natural reaction, like ooh, this is nicer. So if that was my first impression and my first tactile impression was, this is nice. I mean, it's a screen protector. It's going to give you protection, but there's drawbacks.
Right.
Less of an experience in terms of how the screen was actually made to be experienced, you know. So that's a personal choice. Like I said, Samsung does have a special tool to take off the screen protector, the inner screen protector. The outer screen protector, I just took that off myself, like a normal one, mainly because that was like scratching my skin, and holding it up to my ear for a phone call. I'm here like it's like cutting me basically. So I took that screen protector off right away. I was like, no, I'm done with that.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
So if we had to,
plus, did you know that this is the strongest glass for any Samsung phone?
Yeah, that's the Victons, right?
Yeah. Yep. So there's no other Samsung phone that has as strong of glass as the Galaxy Fold 2's front.
Wait, I thought the Note had Victus. I thought the Note 20 Ultra had Victus too.
From what I read, this was the strongest one out right now.
Huh.
So, yep. So maybe there's different grades of the viscous one, but yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah, like I said, it's built for tough, very sturdy device. I mean, if we had to give some suggestion for what Samsung can improve upon for next year, add an S Pen, drop the price by about $500, and you got a home run, literally.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Like if this phone wasn't $2,000, this would be automatic phone of the year, like easily. But I cannot give a phone of the year when it costs $2,000. That's just too much.
I think the FE phones are going to be phone of the year. I've already recommended it to my mother and my brother, one of my brothers, because that's a nice price point for the quality hardware they put in there. Not the highest end hardware, but for $699, I mean that's a solid phone. It really is.
You guys already know what I think about this. I think the Pixel 4a is still phone of the year because everything that you get for $350 can't go wrong, man. That phone is just legit.
Yeah, it's cheaper, definitely, or less expensive. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
And people are saying in the chat that the Note 20 has the Victus glass too. I thought so. Yeah, I thought the Note 20 Ultra has it.
Okay.
Yep.
Or maybe it's just that glass is now the strongest glass used in phones, in Samsung phones.
Yeah.
So,
how do you unlock your phone? Do you use the fingerprint or do you use the face unlock or do you use both? Or how do you unlock it exactly?
I actually tend to use the fingerprint just because of how I pick up the phone. Right now, I'm kind of doing both. I'm trying both. So like when it opens up, it does look at my face, and I'm seeing if I like that or not. So I'm still kind of experimenting right now.
I was using the fingerprint sensor, but then I decided to try the face unlock. The face unlock seems a little slow to me. It's not that quick.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be as fast as the fingerprint scanner.
And it definitely, especially in a darker environment. In darker environments, the face unlock has trouble. In lighter environments, it's okay, but in darker environments, not so much. So, fingerprint definitely seems the way to go on this bad boy.
Yeah, I think Apple still got them.
Yeah, I wish that the fingerprint sensor was in the display when you open it up. That would be nice, but can't have everything. Can't have everything.
I wish it would be on the front of the display too. The front of the phone too. So give me two on the front and on the inside. Give me everything. I want all the features.
We're greedy.
I want all the features.
We're greedy, man. We are greedy. So, I mean, we have just been 52 minutes talking about the phone too. I mean, it's serious when we say we've been like 50-some minutes talking about the phone.
And there's still more to talk about too. I do wish they included a space for this.
Ooh.
I wish there was a space for this. Now, having 256 gigs for most people is more than enough.
Yeah.
But I took out a 512 gig one from my Note 10 Plus 5G, and I was down to like less than 200 gigs free. So I mean, everything I was doing was filmed in 4K, and 4K eats up a lot. I have 50 terabytes of storage space here, and I'm down to 15 terabytes. So
how are you doing over there?
4K. I'm filming a lot of projects not just for YouTube and stuff. Like my wife's an actress, so
Rashid said he just removed his editor screen protector. Holy hell to quality. Oh man.
Told you.
I'm kind of scared to remove it because sometimes my fingernails get a little longer and they might press down. I don't want to damage it. But
watch my YouTube video when you're done so you can see the process. The experience. I'll put it that way. But yeah, it's a night and day difference. It really is. Like you think you are experiencing greatness, you don't know. You just don't know.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
So we got about 7 minutes left. I see Terry and Jero already started. They started early. But we got about 7 minutes left. You guys got any questions or comments for me and Terrence about the Fold 2 before we get out of here? Let me know. Appreciate you guys super chatting too. Thank you for that. But yeah, we got about we're gonna have 7 more minutes. If you guys got any questions for us about the Fold 2, let us know.
You know what I am looking forward to?
What's that?
My Viper merch that I ordered.
Oh, I thought I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So check out Viper's merch store. He's got some nice some goodies right there.
Baby. Yeah, baby. Got goodies. There's one right here, man. That's right. Merch is legit, baby. The merch is legit. Actually, let me go get that link real quick if you guys want to purchase some of the merch. I don't know why I don't put these links in the stream more often, but I should.
That link down there.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
I was like, which one do I want?
And I started to incorporate different colors too. I usually was just black, but now I'm starting to give you guys more color choices.
There you go.
If you want to go shop it for the merch there, the link right there. Hit up the merch store, man. Get you some of that good Viper merch, baby. I tell you, it's legit. It's legit. All right, Michael says, have you used Dexity yet? I have not, but I've heard Dexty's been amazing. I need to try that out. I have not used it yet. Have you? I
use Dex daily, mainly for file transfers because it's literally just drag and drop. It's so nice. I am going to start using it on the TV, because you can do like the streaming of the Dex. So I'm going to start to try that out. That's going to be a part of my like real world review of my YouTube channel. But in terms of like a lot of my B-roll shots and stuff like that, using Dex, like plugging it right into your computer and having like an operating system right there, being able to drag and drop all kinds of files visually without like trying to look for like file names and all that stuff, it's a lifesaver. It's definitely worth using.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so actually I'm wrong. Terry and Gerald have not started yet. They have a countdown clock going on. So good lord.
Okay.
All right, so they're starting 5 minutes. The countdown clock for 5 minutes, and we'll be done by the time they start.
Right on time. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Let's see. Gabriel says, not sure if I missed hearing the answer, but have you been using the one app or multi-app experience with the big screen? Honestly, I haven't really used multiple apps on the big screen too much. I know Terrence has, and I think he liked it, right?
I have it set up. I have a couple of different profiles set up, if that's the right term. So when you trying to get the personal information, Mark is red. When you swipe over here, you have different options. So then let's say I want to click on this one, then boom. Then I have all kinds of stuff pop up. So over here, this is Twitter, obviously YouTube, and then Google. So I can scroll through all my stuff. And if I want to click on one thing here, then it'll open up. So I can like continue to do all my reading. I don't even know what I clicked on. Oh, it's CNET. So CNET's not optimized. That's not going to work. Hey, TikTok. All right. CNET.
Is that Google News? Is that Google News? Is that an app or is that just a web page you're doing?
This is the Google. Like when you click on your Google, whatever it's called.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
yeah, so just click on that. It's basically like that, but I have it so that you can actually have it smaller as well.
Gotcha.
And so I have that. Then I'll have maybe like Facebook, Twitter, me Inception. So, you can set it up basically however you like. You can even put like Instagram down here too, using Good Lock, because Instagram's a little finicky. So using Good Lock, then you can also have it as like a smaller screen here too. So yeah, it's customizable how you like. And so I love it. So basically having 3 apps at one time, and you can like resize things and move things around as you want. It's just less clicking. You have more information on the screen for you and less like switching between app to app to app just to kind of see everything. So it's just a better experience, a better user experience altogether. And it just feels nice in the hand. Plus, I do like the way this case feels. Let's see, I don't take it off often, but this is the leather case for the Samsung.
Send me mine, that'd be great.
Yeah, Samsung leather case. It is nice. Like this is the fingerprint magnet and like highly reflective as well.
Yeah.
So plus with the bump, you want that bump protected. So that just goes right on here. Now I have a car mount that is a wireless charger. It is the Kinu car mount that I use. I love it. It actually charges at the fastest speed for wireless charging, but I have to take the case off in order for it to fit because this is kind of thick. So it's got like little grooves that like hold on to it, but with the case, it doesn't quite hold this part because it's so thick over here, but it holds this part fine. So I have to take the case off and then it holds the whole thing. So
no doubt. All right, you all, we're about to end this live stream in about a minute and a half. Like I said, if you guys want to go hang out with Terry and Gerald, they're going to be talking all things camera. The link is right there in the chat for you guys to go watch them. They should be starting here any minute. We're about to wrap this up. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I appreciate it. We have once again reached the record. My streak lives. We have hit another streak with 30 or more people watching for the 26th day in a row, which is kind of crazy. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Excellent. Thank you to my man, the poet, for stepping in on short notice to talk to me about this phone stuff. Because I figured
my pleasure.
It'd be good to have you in here since you have the device to yourself. So we can go back and forth now. It worked out. That hour damn quick, man. That was a fast hour.
Went really quickly. Yes.
That went quick. Really yeah, we actually just went a whole hour talking about the Fold. I'm still waiting for that Flossie Carter movie though. I'm waiting for the Fold 2 movie, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
There you go. Yeah, his last one was like 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, fan edition. I'm like, come on, man. We ain't worrying about the fan edition. We want the Fold 2 movie, Floss. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, since I kind of want to fold after every time we talk about the fold too, but then I have to dip into my headphone savings. Hey man, it's a pretty penny, but you will not regret it. You will not regret it. I promise you that. It is definitely legit. All right, so once again, if you guys want to go watch Gerald Undone and Terry Warfield talk cameras, there's the link right there in the chat. That's going to be it from me and my man, the poet. Got about 13 seconds left. Thank you guys for tuning in for day 26 of Live Timber. You know your boy Viper will be back tomorrow morning with day 27. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more. I'll catch some of y'all over there at Terry and Gerald.